Well, I'm not sure if you guys have heard, but there have been some massive layoffs over at Huffington Post and BuzzFeed. How do I put this? What's the difference between a large pizza and a journalist? A large pizza can feed a family of 4. And what do you call 200 journalists on food stamps? A good start. You may have heard about recent laid-off bloggers complaining that people have been telling them to learn how to code. Where did all of this come from, you might ask? Well, to start things off, here is a clip from CNN's Chris Cuomo, where he describes what I believe might be the reason behind some of these layoffs.
Well, I have to tell you, Mueller didn't do the media any favors tonight, and he did do the president one. Because as you saw with Rudy Giuliani, and as I'm sure you'll see with the president himself, this allows them to say, you can't believe it, you can't believe what you read, you can't believe what you hear, you can only believe us. Even the special counsel says that the media doesn't get it right. Even the special counsel says that the media doesn't get it right.
Verizon Media cut off 7% of their company, roughly 750 employees, over this past week. As a result, the Huffington Post, which was acquired by Verizon in 2015, will lay off 20 employees and eliminate the opinion and healthcare sections. On top of that, BuzzFeed, which recently embarrassed themselves with a pitiful fake news story just last week, is laying off roughly 250 employees, which is about 15% of its staff. BuzzFeed CEO Jonah Peretti was quoted as saying that BuzzFeed needed to, quote, focus on the content that is working and achieve the right cost structure. So they were just hemorrhaging money, essentially. He's saying that those who were lost weren't that important, more or less. Trimming the fat, I think it's called. These are bloggers who have glorified themselves over the past decade or so with the once respected title of journalist, only to ruin its reputation by cashing in on their hack writing skills under that title. They ask for our sympathy, for us not to mock them and perhaps reach out to them. Well, I'll reach out to them, and I'll reach out to mock them. Several of the people I have seen complaining about their layoffs were just last week demanding justice because a kid wearing a hat they didn't like was standing there with a smirk on his face while some annoying man beat a drum literally inches from his ear. And now we're supposed to feel bad that their benefactor decided that they weren't worth keeping around and got rid of them? Good for them. Dead weight. Even Jared Holt, a person who has tirelessly worked to shut down others, to prevent people from paying their bills, earning money to feed themselves, is now asking for people to set politics aside and show a little bit of sympathy. You see, they expect to be able to do whatever they want to anyone they want, but when they stub their toe, we're supposed to drop everything, run over, and make sure everything is okay. No, you people have not only misinformed and misguided our public too long, you also targeted rising competitors and rivals and did everything you could to attack their livelihoods. Now we're supposed to relent? Now, after years and years of weaving webs of lies, we're supposed to feel bad for you? Fat chance. This is karma. Learn to code, or learn to sell yourself out by the hour. Let's start off with Jason Cherkis. The speed in which mainstream and conservative reporters sought to exonerate those MAGA kids taunting Nathan Phillips was disgusting. I bet 99.9% didn't call a single witness or speak with Nathan Phillips before writing those pieces. Just more clickbait, just more white privilege. And it's because of amazing, groundbreaking journalism like this that he was let go. It happened. I've been laid off.
I read about did you say want?
Anything
How
you
dare
want
you?
that, but the bottom line is very clear.
How dare you?
When you
How
cross
absolutely
the border
dare you,
illegally,
sir?
Dear Diary, it happened. I've been laid off. A lot of these tweets read much better if you start them with Dear Diary. Dear Diary, like so many talented and lovely journalists, I was laid off today. If you're in the market for an opinion editor with a huge and diverse Rolodex, or a columnist with 10 years of writing about gender politics, 10 years! The amount of expertise in a pseudoscience. Now that is experience. and a literal PhD in romantic comedies. How did they pass this lovely truth teller up? Let's move on. Brian Magers, Dear Diary. Hi all. So, some sad news. As of this morning, HuffPost opinion section is no more. I and the rest of the team have been let go. So sad. You know, there's a coding job just waiting for you, Brian. Moving on, Nick Wing. After 9 years at Huffington Post, I have been let go alongside... Dear Diary. After 9 years at Huffington Post, I've been let go alongside some amazing talents. I managed to survive the aggregation turbine and so much more here, but couldn't escape the layoffs. And of course, we already looked at this man, but I'm just going to go ahead and retweet that because it's just awful news. Just awful news. Everybody, feel free to reach out and show your sympathy to Jason Cherkis here. I'm sure he really needs a hug right about now. Laura Bassett, formerly of Huffington Post. Dear Diary, some personal news. I've been laid off along with some of my incredible colleagues. It's been a wonderful 8 years at HuffPost, and I'll miss my newsroom family more than anything. If anyone is looking for a culture/gender/politics reporter, long form and short, I'm available. Then we have Kenya Downs, Dear Diary. DC podcasting was a short but sweet ride here at Huffington Post. Today is my last day, but I'm grateful to have worked with so many awesome talent. Recruiters, editors, some incredible colleagues are now available. Hire them. Much love, Huffington Post. And this is Laura Weber. Dear Diary, my team Huffington Post got eliminated today. It's been a great ride, from building a morning email list of 1 million people to covering Ebola's resurgence. Grateful for the time I've had and ready to write for you on public health and more. She lists her email. Andy McDonald, Dear Diary. Sadly, I was among those laid off at Huffington Post today. In 5 years there, I started a lot of lifelong friendships. That newsroom and my New York City family. That newsroom is my New York City family. Love them dearly. Couldn't possibly pick a favorite story or headline from my time. No, wait, I totally can. Eleanor Goldberg writes, Dear Diary, while reporting today about federal workers who can't afford tampons, I was laid off from HuffPost. If there's anything I can say after 7 years, it's that I will finish the story. Also, if you're looking to hire a reporter to cover poverty and inequality, I'm available. Carolina J. Morano writes, Dear Diary, after 6 years at Huffington Post, I've been laid off. I'm so proud of the work I've done to uplift Latinx voices here and will miss everyone. If you're looking for a bilingual Latina journalist to cover pop culture, identity, marginalized communities / health, etc., DM me. #journalismjobs. You know, I know a job for journalists. Not even just coding. Fluffing, that's one. You could just go down the corner and, work the street. That'll work. I mean, you might think you're above that, but after the bills start to pile up and close to eviction, you might be thinking twice. Here's my favorite one, though. This is the one I was looking for. Punished Venom Patrick George. I believe there is a special, dedicated section of hell just for people with anime Twitter avatars who tell laid-off journalists to, quote, learn to code. Are people doing that? Let's see here. Learn to code? Learn to code? I recommend you channel your anger into learning to code. Like, learn to code. Learn to code. Here's a good one. My company has a position open for you immediately. Are you allergic to any bathroom cleaning chemicals? Send me your resume. Learn to code. Like, I don't see the problem. Just start coding. It's easy. Learn to code. Oh, that's great. Huffington Post. Why we need to encourage girls to learn how to code. Even Huffington Post is woke on the issue, apparently. And here you have it, folks. a Huffington Post article from February 19th, 2016. Why we need to encourage girls to learn how to code. Man, that has gotta sting. All I can say is this. Don't feel bad for these people. These same people were on a misinformation crusade just a few days ago, sending hordes of outraged masses to anybody who they could identify as being present at the Covington Catholic protest, or whatever you want to call it. They've been going after anybody they can get their hands on, thanks in part to many of the people featured in this video. I wanted to include somebody else's little minute-long video regarding telling these journalists, these recently laid-off journalists, to learn how to code. I did not make this next video you are about to see. Somebody in chat shared it with me in a live stream I did a few hours ago. I think it might have been their video, but I don't know for sure, but I'll leave a link to it if I can find it in the description. This is a great little compilation. I think you guys will enjoy it. So you all have a lovely Saturday afternoon, and I will see you all later.